At the end of May, Top Gun: Maverick was released, the sequel to the popular action movie of 1986, in which Tom Cruise returned to the role of the talented pilot Pete Mitchell. Now he teaches the cadets of the flight school himself. Among them is the son of his deceased comrade Nick Bradshaw. The long-awaited sequel to the 1986 film, The Best Shooter, or Top Gun, starring Tom Cruise was postponed several times due to the pandemic, but the premiere eventually broke all box office records, collecting $569 million at the box office, with a budget of $140 million. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, then it's okay, because there won't be spoilers. In this video I will tell you interesting facts about the filming of this film. I won't delay, let's start. The audience has been following the fate of the picture for 3 years now. The premiere was scheduled for the summer of 2019, but then the pandemic intervened in the plans. A simple one seemed to benefit the project. The stuntmen and the actors themselves worked out new complex flight patterns in order to achieve greater entertainment. But then Tom Cruise temporarily dropped out of Maverick, who needed to start filming the next series of Mission Impossible. Streaming services Netflix and Apple TV Plus tried to acquire the rights to distribute the film, but Paramount Pictures refused them. Neither persuasion nor the pandemic raging around, which almost led to the bankruptcy of some film studios, helped. The amount, by the way, was not called, but we all know that the platforms were willing to pay hundreds of millions of dollars for a potentially profitable project. And the sequel, Top Gun, just meets these parameters. Tom Cruise, who is also one of the producers of Maverick, emphasizes that their project began with a fully designed script, not a random idea. An important factor was also the public's reaction to the original film. According to Cruise, the first Top Gun became something that changed a generation. In addition, the work was postponed due to the fact that the technology had to develop to the right degree so that the creators could dive deeper into the experience of a fighter pilot. The actors underwent intensive training, which meant close cooperation with the Navy. For example, during one of the training sessions, they were placed in a rotating device that was held underwater. The performers also took part in exercises dedicated to underwater evacuation. Also in the promo video dedicated to the continuation of the film, the creators told about how filming took place in real airplanes. To do this, a special installation with 6 IMAX quality cameras was placed in each cabin. All of them from different angles filmed the view from the inside and the actors who endured real overload. According to Tom Cruise, who played the main role in the film, when using special effects, it is impossible to achieve the same effect as in reality. Because the way the face is distorted during overloads, it is impossible to play. They tested at about 7.5 or 8 G units. That's a force of 1,600 pounds. Therefore, he himself advocated shooting such scenes live and training all his colleagues on the site with professional pilots. The authors of the film noted that they wanted to convey the whole feeling of flying to the audience, and according to producer Jerry Bruckheimer, Maverick will become a unique picture about aviation. There may not be another one. As a result, the performers of the main roles were simply forced to fly airplanes. They moved from simple models to more advanced ones. This made it possible to use a minimum number of special effects and filming on chroma key in the film. And in especially dangerous scenes, the actors were replaced by stuntmen, but the essence of the process does not change much from this. Meanwhile, the actors who played the pilots filmed themselves. They had to not only turn on and off the cameras in the cockpit of the aircraft, but also apply makeup, adjust lighting and work with sound. And the director sometimes had to wait for hours on the ground for the actors to return with the footage. After the material was shot, adjustments were made to it, and the actors had to return for refilming. According to Miles Teller, 3 out of 6 new actors were sick every day of filming in jet planes. Interesting fact, 36 years have passed since the release of the first film and its second part. This is the longest time interval between the first and second parts of the film in the history of cinema. And also, Miles Teller said that they shot more material for this film than for the Lord of the Rings trilogy. The film received support from the Ministry of Defense in video equipment, including jet planes and aircraft carriers. It was sanctioned by the Department of Defense, which helps filmmakers telling war stories. According to Glenn Roberts, this is a retired Air Force lieutenant colonel and the person who heads this office. they have been around for almost 100 years. The first film that their office helped and which won the Academy Award for Best Picture was the film Wings, in 1927. Roberts also claims that his office did not make any changes to the script of the film. Further his quote, "These days, collaborating on the film, the Pentagon may still require rewriting the script for reasons of veracity. But Roberts said he doesn't interfere with the creative process. When I get the script, I don't change the story," he said. According to Roberts, he is guided by 4 criteria: safety, accuracy, politics, and decency. Therefore, thanks to the support of the U.S. Air Force and the desire of the directors and Tom Cruise himself to make a high-quality film with a good story, we got what we expected. And that's it for me. Also check out the video about Tom Cruise's crazy tricks and no less crazy tricks of everyone's favorite Jackie Chan, and write in the comments who is cooler after all. See you soon.